Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good to see everybody here. I'm very happy to see such a packed room on the second day of the conference. So welcome to our short presentation. So Małgorzata, at first, you know why we are here. We want to deliver an answer to a question, how to build in the most effective way an effective function in Microsoft Excel. Do you know?
Well, how about maybe using some AI those days? How about, I don't know, Copilot? Anyone?
Yeah,
Using?
sounds pretty much appropriate. So, does anybody here still write functions in Excel or any other similar software? Perhaps not. I definitely don't. I use AI tools. In Microsoft ecosystem, it will be Copilot. In other ecosystems, it will be other solutions that enable people to be more productive. But the question is, even if we have such a successful solution, where to get money from it? And this is one of the questions that we are here to help you answer yourselves. So, Małgorzata, I will ask you another question. Let's imagine your team brings you up a request for a new productivity-enabling software that will transform their work, that will make them very happy and productive employees. Would you be okay with having, for example, ads that are implemented in the system? This is pretty normal monetization strategy for consumer apps. So how about this as a leader of a team?
Well, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, in business, the ad-supported model that is very popular in consumer apps is not fine. But okay, let's hold it for a moment. We don't need to show ads, right? We can gather customer data and sell it, what they are doing within the app. Maybe we can get this information and monetize it in a way by selling it to other advertisers who will use the information to target them elsewhere. How about this?
Let's try it. Absolutely.
Okay, that's one of the approaches, but not necessarily all the organizations will approve of this traditional consumer-oriented ways of monetizing the applications. On the other hand, due to the nature of the AI-enabled technologies, it's not always possible to use the models that we have been traditionally using in selling the B2B software. And the presentation here is to answer the question of if we delivered a great software, a great product that transforms the way of users in the business settings, in the enterprise environments, in mid-market, in SMB, how to effectively productize it, how to effectively gain money from that. So the first question is probably, is there money in building AI stuff nowadays? The IDC, the esteemed research institution, says that yes. They have already found during the research that appropriate implementation of the AI-enabled tools for the workforce, whether there are personal assistants in a way as Microsoft Copilot is, or ChatGPT, or any other assistant that most of you are probably using, or it's an agent working in the background, delivering value from business processes in a way that is transparent to the users, enabling it can bring tremendous value. So for every dollar spent, between $3.5 and $8 can be derived of the business value, depending, of course, how we embed the AI tools into the work, the daily processes of those enterprises. So the value is immense. The key is to grab this value for you as innovators. The key for enterprise adopters is to make sure that the value is actually delivered. But the opportunity is definitely there. So now the question remains how to actually grab this opportunity, how to grab the bull by the horns. And in order to consider this, we need to get back to the very beginning of delivering, deploying the AI-enabled tools, or actually, in my humble opinion, any enterprise or business-focused tools. So for the very start, we need to actually find the problem that we want to solve, whether through the market research, whether through interviews with the users, maybe through personal knowledge. There are a lot of very successful, innovative companies that sprang out of specific need that the users in a corporation had. But we need to actually find out the problem that we want to solve. In my daily work with innovators, I find myself very often faced with the problem that a great technological group of people comes to me saying they have this revolutionary product. They enabled something that was previously unavailable to anybody. And how do they make it work? How do they promote this product to the users? And I find myself in a bit of a problem because I see the enthusiasm, I see the willingness to deliver new things to the users, to the customers, but it's actually putting the problem on its head. The first thing when doing the innovation should be finding out the use case. Then we can talk about how we develop the product, then we can talk about how to commercialize it. And during our research, because as you probably know, Microsoft has quite a lot of products, but also we are working with a huge number of digital native innovator companies, we have found out that there are three aspects that you have to look into when building a product. So first, obviously, is the value for the organization, the business value. How you build the product will be informed by what value can organization bring, whether it will fit the strategy, whether it will provide the real thing that we promised to the organization. The second thing, equally important, is whether it brings value to individual users. Because if you ever worked in corporate settings, you have probably found yourself in a situations where a tool was mandated by the corporation for you to use, but you were not terribly happy with how it operates. So with the user interface, with embedding this solution into your daily workflow. So there is quite a lot to do in building the product on the user adoption, on whether it fits the users, whether it fits how they operate every day, whether it brings the value to themselves. So not only huge savings for the corporation, but probably also ease of use to the users. And the third aspect, the third domain I would decide, is obviously the technology. Because we can imagine fantastic products, but we need to think about scaling those products, we need to think about reliability of those products, and especially nowadays, we need to think about safety, the privacy, the responsible use of the technology in the everyday use. So all of those three domains will inform us on the actual product. And then we can think about how to get some money out of it, but only having those things in front of us or at the back of our minds. So working with our product teams that develop products that we sell to our customers, or we use internally in some cases, and working with quite a bit of other software vendors, whether small startups or huge organizations, we have developed kind of a cycle or kind of a process for developing the new solution and bringing it to the market. Obviously, the first step is what we have discussed previously. So defining the use case and finding out whether it's a viable one. So this is the step number one, but I assume that we have started from this. We know our users, we know their problems, we know that we can deliver something that can be useful and valuable for them. But then, before we go and actually build the product, it would be very important and good for our organization as innovators to actually develop a commercial strategy. So how do we want to actually bring this product to the money? So then, obviously, the first point is the business value, something that I have discussed previously. So how the organizations that will be the customers will benefit from this. And of course, the end user value. So who are they, whom the solution will benefit, and how it will be integrated into their daily or usual work scenarios. So this is the value determination when building the commercial strategy. This value determination will probably let you be more prepared to the sales meeting with those customers, but this is something that I will discuss a bit later on. Then another question is the cost, right? And it's not only the cost of your development, it's not only the cost of the resources that you will use. Maybe you want to use the hyperscaler cloud resources. Maybe you want to build some custom hardware. Maybe you want to build some, I don't know, server rooms, whoever does it anymore, and deploy this solution. So this will be one part of the cost. But the second part of the cost that you need to consider from the very beginning of ideating, of envisioning your new innovative product, is also the cost of implementing this solution, right? So if you think about how the organization will adapt your new product, new innovative way of working, you will need to think what amount of time you will need to spend training the users, what amount of time you will need to spend integrating it with other tools that are in use in the organization, what amount of time and what cost you will need to provide continuous level of service for those organization of those users. All those things play very important role when you are thinking about deploying building a new and going to market with a new B2B product. And last but not least comes the go-to-market strategy. You know, how different your product is from what is already available on the market. And maybe you don't need to think about the one-to-one direct competitors, right? When I'm thinking about supply chain management optimization software, I don't only think about various companies. This company does this company does that. That company has a bit better user interface, and the other company will have, I don't know, more optimized cost. You need to also think about the fact that somebody else will probably eat your budget. So maybe the organization doesn't need a supply chain management software because they do everything already in Excel. This happens. This is real life, right? So when building a new AI product, however good it is, you need to think whom you will compete for the budget with. So this is very important to differentiate your new thing that you are trying to bring to the market from all of the others. And finally, when you have thought those things through, then you think about the actual strategy, what tools, what tactics, what partners you will use to actually get in front of the customers and convince them that it's worth it to pay for what you bring to them. And this is something that we also have a framework with. We are a bit experienced with this. And the first thing is that you will usually consider how you package the solution, because this is also a very interesting topic. The AI tools per se, the AI tools that bring immediate value to the users are pretty new thing. And this is also a topic of the next portion of this short presentation. But you will also think about specific classic questions that you need to ask yourself how to actually reach your customers. So what you solve. Okay, this is already known to you because you have gone through the product innovation discussion, you have gone through the commercial strategy, so you know the value and you know what your solution brings to the market. Then you have already probably thought out who will be your users, who will be the target audience. Companies, specific individuals with those companies, specific roles within those organizations, how to address the needs of all of them. Informed with this knowledge, of course, you will think about the end user and how do you intend to make the end users your champions and make the end users fall in love with your solution hard enough to go to the board in order to convince them to pay money for it, because the ads will not support it, obviously. And one thing that I have also mentioned previously, what other resources beyond your organization you can use to actually help out with all of those things. And this is also why Małgorzata is here with me. Both our organizations, so both Microsoft and Promise, have quite a bit of resources and also some experience in helping the innovators reach to the customers. So this is something that we can definitely help with, but this is not a Microsoft pitch, so I will stop here. Please contact me if you have any specific questions on that. let's say you've solved all of those problems. Your business team, your product development team has already thought all those questions through. You have definite answers, or at least ideas for answers that you are now ready to clash with the reality. Then you should probably think about the pricing strategy. And this is tricky. This is really tricky nowadays because we have zero historical data on how AI is best given to the end users. There is a huge amount of experimentations within the business models. There are changing trends within the industry on how the customers actually want to buy their solutions. There is also a different purchasing model of the AI tools. So you can buy a ready-made LLM hosted by some cloud service provider that is charged per token, not anymore per amount of virtual servers, or not anymore by the number of users. Now, how to translate the number of the tokens that you are going to use? This will be your cost to the pricing to the customer. Does the end customer want to concern themselves even with the amount of tokens? So there is a lot of questions, a lot of things that happen every day, basically, in this industry. We are looking forward to new business models that will emerge out of it. But I have to say that in March, end of March 2025, we still don't know what will be the best option. The research, again, from IDC, says that customers nowadays are used to subscription-based model, maybe with some add-ons for the added value for the AI stuff. So probably that's the way to go now, but I'm looking forward to what you can invent here. Basically, everything that we currently have on the market can be drilled down to 3 buckets. So when it comes to the packaging option, so how do you actually package the AI? So first option is that you embed AI stuff into your core functionality. You don't tell the user that it's AI and they need to pay premium for the use of AI. But you use the fact that you are innovative and you have this kind of functionality within your product, for example, to displace the incumbent solutions, the competitors that I have talked before, the other people who eat your budget, or the budget that should be spent for your solution. This is a very successful strategy for many of our partners that, using their skills, using their technology mastery, are able to quickly innovate on their product and jump through the more conservative competition. So this is one way to do it. The second way to do it is to provide an upgrade. So for example, a different subscription plan in order to provide the business value allowed by AI to a huge number of users. This is pretty easy to conceptualize. You have a base plan, then you have maybe some premium plan, and then you have AI-enabled top plan. However you want to price it, to package it, it's up to you. We see quite a lot of companies also adopting this model. Finally, the model that is easiest to understand to me is add-on. So for example, you have bulk of your users that are, or bulk of your customers that are paying for one of the standard plans with standard features that they are used to, and then select group of users that buy an add-on that provides the AI functionality that is embedded into the product. It will be up to you. It will be up to your market research. It will be up to your discussions, conversations with your prospect customers on which of those plans is most appropriate for the solution that you sell. One more thing to consider is how you price it. Obviously, subscription model is the basic one. You can also charge for usage. So for example, how many documents were generated with the AI, or I don't know, how many sites the inspector equipped with the AI visited. Depending on what you built, it will be different things. Or in the complex situations with very demanding customers or solutions that are very innovative, maybe some custom combination of those will be appropriate. Again, up to your conversations with your customers. We see also that different companies that are present on the market adopt different strategies. So this is public information. We have tried to drill it down to readily available table. Us, with our first-party product, which is the Copilot for Microsoft 365, we have it very simple. Every user that the organization believes will benefit from the Copilot, and I assure you we put a lot of thought into making sure that many users benefit from Copilot, will just pay add-on fee on their monthly subscription. So pretty easy. Others do it in a bit different way. But again, this is a very open field. This is a field of a lot of development. We already see a huge ecosystem of companies that are inventing new AI-enabled products with us. Whether there are incumbent companies like SAP or UiPath or many others available on this that you would not even suspect that they are developing AI. Both them and also small, very new startup companies and all the other companies that are in the spectrum between just beginning or being in the market for the 50 years like Microsoft, they do experiment with us. We are here to support you with this. And considering the support, one thing that you should also consider is having a good partner, is having a company that got your back when it comes to operationalizing the AI use. And with this, I would like to give voice to Małgorzata.
Super, thank you so much. I think all of you, myself included, I consider your content, Kuba, as absolutely very valuable. We decided to not interrupt it. So I will not ask any more questions because we got not lots of time, only 30 minutes. You left not so much for myself, so I will try to be sharp. But after your presentation, I'm considering myself to maybe do some products and do it in a SaaS model.
Welcome.
For our audience, what I'm planning to show you today, since we already learned what to do with our idea when we get to the point that we will pack our idea with using AI. So right now we do have a product. So now please spend a few minutes with me because I'm here to show you how we as Promise Group can help you expand. We consider you as independent software vendor company. And based on our experience, we are in the market for over 30 years. I will show you here a little bit of the numbers and statistics. With being in the market for over 30 years, it means that we are a very stable company. We do have over 300 employees with absolutely various technological knowledge, very agnostic when we are talking about technology because various knowledge, but in the Microsoft area. Trusted us over 500 enterprise companies. Trusted us over 750 partners companies that through partners companies we are helping more than 14,000 end customers. Only for the last 12 months, our net sales are over $240 million USD. And right now we are present in 14 countries. Our aim for the next 2 years is to expand in additional 15. On this slide, behind me, you can see where we are present right now. We chose East Europe, east part of the Europe and Central Asia as well, because those countries we consider and we see, it's not only our consideration, but we see as the countries that are not well developed in technology. So there is huge opportunity for us and for our customers and our partners like potentially you to expand with your solution, to expand with your products over there. And I'm here to more than welcome. Please contact me and I will be more than happy to introduce you in those markets as well. Kuba said little bit, only mention about Microsoft as the great technology platform. We as Promise Group, we are from that perspective, we are kind of like also platform, but from the perspective as the soft part of the platform. We are helping partners to use Microsoft technology, but we are helping you expand in those countries because we do have a local people there, our teams. We have tech support, local tech support there. We can help you to certify your experts, your people as well. We can help you to gain expertise as well in Microsoft technology, but I'm pretty sure you may have this on your own. So what will be benefit from the other part, like from the business perspective for you? From the partners that we already have in our portfolio from other countries, the huge benefit that they are seeing is that they are able to expand through our marketplace because partners, what they need go-to-market help, they need peer-to-peer connection, they need local language support. Since we are one of the biggest Microsoft partners in the Central Europe, we are able to cooperate with Microsoft on 2 additional platforms. And I'm talking here about these 2, SaaS Innovation Hub and Cloud Champions platform. So the numbers that you are seeing here, those are the success stories for our ISV partners that we helped this amount of the partners to be successful through those platforms with their products in international markets as well. So I will be more than happy to support you. We have, like I said at the very beginning, quite big team as the Promise Group. I said about another 15 countries, and the other 15 countries will be including rest of the Europe as well. So with that, thank you so much for being so patient with us and for visiting this conference to hear about how to earn money, how to build solution, and how to expand most probably with your solution to different markets as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.